The next thing we're going to do is we're going to install the control module as we do an installation of the cover on the car. One thing I want to show you here is the cigarette lighter cord has an LED on it, and so some automobiles have a what I'd call a constant hot or an always on car accessory plug, and you can test to see if your particular car has that. You may have multiple car accessory plugs in your car just by going around while the engine's off, the keys are out of the ignition, and if that LED comes on with the keys out of the ignition, then you know you've got a constant hot or an always on car accessory plug. Now if you don't, there are kits you can buy in order to do what they call add a circuit. Now today we're going to use the AC adapter, but I want to show you, number one, let's go ahead and connect the blower output connection, like so. And this wire is going to come outside the car, and that's where it's going to connect to that wire that fed out of the cover from the blower assembly. And then on the opposite connection, where it says power, we're going to plug in either our battery pack or our car accessory power, or in this case today, we're going to go ahead and plug in the AC adapter. Plug it in like so. And then we're going to take this connection here and plug it in like that. Now whenever you're unplugging these connections, it's important instead of pulling from the wire, pull from the connector itself. That'll maintain better health of the wires themselves rather than just sort of pulling like so, which can sort of pull the connection loose. So now that we've got the AC power connected to the control module itself, we're going to go ahead and drape. There's two wires that are going to come out of the trunk itself. You've got your plug. In this case, because of AC power, we're going to have a plug coming out. And then we've got our blower power, which again is that automotive grade 2-pin connection. Now, we've got our extension cord, which comes from, let's say, an outlet in your garage or at your work, that type of thing. And then we're going to use our cord connect device. I really like this. I'm a safety guy. And this product is made by a company called Angel Guard Products up in Massachusetts. And essentially what it is a waterproof connection. Even though the cover is going to be over it, and that's 2 layers of water protection, there's nothing wrong with adding a little bit of extra protection by putting this cord connect on there. So basically that installs like so. This little foam piece here goes right into on top of the receptacle. You close that up like so. And we go ahead and plug in our extension cord. And once you've got your AC plug connected to your extension cord, the best thing to do is go ahead and push it into the smaller end of the cord connect and take the larger end and go ahead and screw that on. That gives it a nice, tight, watertight connection. In this case, the accessory bag with any unused items would be put back in the trunk, as well as the storage bag for the cover, because we're about to install the cover. Now, the way I like to drape the wires out of the trunk is I like to keep the plug itself about 4 to 6 inches off the ground, about midway between the lower part of the bumper and the ground itself. And that doesn't matter what car, basically. What it does is if there's an excessive amount of water, let's say almost flooding, it'll keep the cord out of the water. If it were to hit water, it would just open the breaker connected to the extension cord. But in this case, it's just an extra safety measure. And then I like the blower connection to basically hang out about 3 or 4 feet. And you'll learn the different elements of your car. Before I close the trunk lid, and see if there's any sort of things sticking out at the top of the trunk here that might bother or affect the wires from where I'm positioning them. Make sure my hand is far enough away as I close the trunk that I don't close it on my hand. And just like so.